Hello everybody, how you doing? This is the Exotic Bourbon Hunter coming to you with a little bit of an episode here. I'm waiting to get some approvals before I do my next bourbon hunting videos. I've got two of them on the way. I'm just waiting to hear back from both of the owners. They have both given me permission in the past, so I don't see any hurdles coming up. But in the meantime, you will see not one, not two, but three Glencairns. I'm going to open up 3 bottles of bourbon today. Wow! And what we're going to do is do a compare and contrast with the 3 different bottles of bourbon. Now, one of these I've never had. The other one I've never had, and then technically the third one I have not had because it's a store pick. I have had the regular one. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Woodford Double Oak. This is a store pick from Winn-Dixie. I have been searching for this, and Jose, one of my subscribers, was able to key me into this. I drove like 2.5 hours one way just to pick this bottle up. Next, over at Legacy Liquors, I was able to pick up this Peerless Double Oak. I got it for like, I think like 85 beans, so it wasn't very expensive at all. And then last, this was expensive, I picked up the Double Oak Woodford Reserve, which cost about 200 beans, and that seems to be about the going price right now. So I'm going to crack these bottles open, and magically, just like that, these glasses are going to be full.
2,000 years later.
Look at that. Just like that, the glasses are full. YouTube magic for you, baby. YouTube magic. So, at first view, a lot of people are going to be like, they all look the same. They all smell the same. I'm going to tell you this. This Woodford Double Oak should taste nothing like these other 2, the regular Double Oaks. I have very, very high expectations for the Woodford Double Oak store pick. I also have very high expectations for the Peerless Double Oak. I just love their bottle design here, the Peerless Double Oak. It's almost like it's a whiskey barrel. I've heard so many good things about this Woodford Double Oak. It's only 90 proof. But I have high expectations for all 3 of these. I hope I'm not going to be let down. So I did just pour these. I'm going to kind of go over see what the nose is like here with the Woodford Double Oak store pick. Oh, that's beautiful. I smell some cherries and some caramel in there. Not quite creme brulee. That is really, really amazing. You definitely smell the oak. I almost get a little vanilla from that. So amazing for the Woodford Double Oak. Now the Peerless Double Oak on the nose, I definitely get a different nose from the Peerless Double Oak. The vanilla kind of blasts you in the face. I almost get a honey from there, like a honey vanilla. See now with the Woodford Double Oak, you got some cherry and some caramel coming from there, but this Double Oak, the Peerless, I'm just getting that really, really beefy vanilla. It's like a honey vanilla nose coming from that. And then, now, technically the Woodford Double Oak is not in the same category as these other 2, but it doesn't mean we can't throw a little wrench into the combo here, which is what the Double Oak is. Now, right off the bat, the color to the Double Oak is darker than the rest, okay? It is definitely maybe... So the Woodford Double Oak is the lightest in color. The Peerless Double Oak is medium in color. And then the Woodford Double Oak is the darkest, which it should be. And on the nose for the Double Oak, this is completely different than than the other 2. Wow, I was expecting the nose for the Double Oak to be kind of similar to the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. It is not. I get a little more ethanol from the double oak. I get light cherry coming from it, whereas with the double oak, I was getting a lot more of a prominent cherry vanilla smell from that. Maybe a little vanilla, a little bit of caramel. And there's something else in there I just can't put a name to. Maybe a little banana I'm smelling there, a little banana. In the comments, let me know. What are your opinions on the Woodford Double Oak if you have a store pick? What kind of, what was on the nose? What were you picking up on the nose? For the Peerless Double Oak, let me know what you were picking up on the nose for that as well. And then last, on the Woodford Double Oak, let me know what you were picking up on the nose for that. My nose is not a trained professional nose, but I have learned a lot over the past year and a half as I've been doing my bourbon hunts and doing bourbon tastings. I've been able to put, words to the smells that I'm picking up with this big schnoz. Next, let's go into the landing. So this is going to be the Woodford Double Oak store pick. Remember, on the nose, I'm picking up that cherry, vanilla, caramel, oak smell. There should be hefty tannins with this. Hefty wood tannins, oak tannins. So I'm definitely picking up the oak. The oak slaps you in the face. The oak follows through. And I'm also picking up the cherry and the caramel taste too from the nose as well. Now, this is coming in at 90.1 proof. This is coming in at 108.5 proof. And this is at 90.4. So the Peerless will be the hottest of the three. But this Woodford Double Oak, this Woodford Double Oak store pick is phenomenal. This has one of the best double oak noses I've picked up out of the three of these so far. It was like nose porno when I started smelling this bourbon. This has to be my favorite nose out of all three, I believe, is the Double Oak store pick. The oak tannins just last and last and last. The finish is very smooth, and I have prominent vanilla coming off the finish. And that vanilla lasts too, so it doesn't just hit you and then it disappears. Same thing with the oak. The oak lasts, those tannins last on the finish. And that vanilla really sticks out. Out of all the flavors, that vanilla, I still am getting that vanilla taste on the back end. Now, for the Peerless Double Oak, this had a completely different, profile on the nose. This is like that honey vanilla, like a honeysuckle almost. This is completely different than the Woodford Double Oak store pick here. And so far out of the three, I've only had one, so it's not fair to judge, but I definitely like this the best so far. So, Peerless, let's see what you bring to the game today. This is almost 20 proof points higher. This drinks a lot less of its proof. So this is 108.5 proof. This is 90.4 proof. No, 90.1 proof. And this drinks a lot hotter than this Double Oak does. This goes down super smooth. On the landing, the oak isn't as prevalent as the Woodford Double Oak store pick. I'm picking up a lot more of the oak tannins coming from this bottle. A lot more than the Peerless Double Oak. That vanilla and honey kind of last through on the finish. And the oak tannins aren't as much, I feel like, when it comes to the finish as well. Whereas here, the oak tannins followed through, completely through. And the oak tannins are probably one of the last things that I stopped tasting. But let's go a little more into this Peerless Double Oak here. Yeah, that's phenomenal. You can literally sip this on the porch right now here in Florida. Watch the sun go down. I saw some Pappy Van Winkle cigars today and some Weller cigars. But if you had a cigar, this is the bourbon. You dip the butt of the cigar in your bourbon, light that puppy up, enjoy a couple pours of this, and just watch the sun go down before you get eaten by the mosquitoes. This is a magical pour, the Peerless Double Oak. I told you I like this the best so far. They both have their positive and negative. I like the oakiness of the Woodford Double Oak store pick, but I like how the Peerless Double Oak is extremely smooth and doesn't drink its proof point. This is a real special treat, and right now I think I like this better than the Peerless Double Oak store pick. Now remember, first one I said the Woodford Reserve store pick all day long. I've graduated now to the Peerless Double Oak. Maybe it's because it's made with some sweet mash. I don't know. Oh, wow. It's making my rose run, but yeah, this is really good stuff. And now, let's talk about the Woodford Double Oak. This cost more than both of these bottles combined. Okay? You only get 700 I believe, yeah, only 700 milliliters with this bottle. These are getting 750. So, did I get ripped off when I bought this? I mean, people are going crazy over this bottle right now. I see YouTubers doing videos on this Woodford Double Oak left and right. I decided not to do one because I didn't want to copy all the other YouTubers out there. I wanted to kind of do my own little thing here. So that's why I combined all three of these together to kind of do a tasting together. Because I'm kind of really curious, because I never had this, if the double oak is any better than the double oak. So let's find out. As this has breathed, it's taken on a whole new body. I mean, on the nose, the cherry is a lot more prominent now. You got some stone fruits in there, like some plum or some cherry in there. Not so much caramel in there. Maybe almost like a little bit of an apple, like a green apple, but not quite. But just hints of a green apple, you know, on the nose. And on the landing, really not much going on with the landing. You get the heavy oak tannins, a little bit of caramel, and then it's kind of just like a bleh, it's just bland, in my opinion. It's kind of disappointing. The nose doesn't disappoint me. It's the landing. And on the finish, those oak tannins kind of hold out, but the cherry drops off very fast. That apple I was picking up drops off very fast. I think I picked up a little bit of banana in there. That drops off very fast. So the taste doesn't really last long in your mouth, especially on the finish. And it's very, very smooth, don't get me wrong, but so is this Peerless Double Oak. And for a fraction of the price, I think you're better off going with this Peerless Double Oak. This is probably my favorite out of the three right now, is this Peerless Double Oak. I think this Peerless Double Oak is a freaking home run. It is a home run. I need to get more Peerless products. I can't believe how my mind's just been blown away by sampling these three bourbons. And honestly, this drinks more like a scotch. I mean, it smells like a bourbon, but it drinks like a scotch. This definitely drinks more like a scotch. It's missing the peatiness. Let me know what you think about this Woodford Double Oak. Have you been able to have the chance to try it yet? Have you been able to try the Double Oak store pick, the Peerless Double Oak, and the Woodford Double Oak? And if you have, throw your comments in there. Let me know what you personally think. What did you pick up on the nose? What did you pick up on the landing? What did you pick up on the finish? I mean, just remember this. Don't be afraid to say something because, you know, it's your own opinion. And your opinion is not going to be wrong. We all have an opinion, and that's okay. I have an opinion, and my opinions, some people don't agree with them. That's fine. But it's just an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not in the dictionary. It's not in the encyclopedia. So, everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in to this Woodford Peerless and Woodford tasting. I hope you guys enjoy this little bit of a video, and I can't wait to show you guys my next bourbon hunt. Forget about it. Take it easy, and bada bing, bada boom. Hey-o!